This is Prep Rally brought to you by the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. So winter weather did its best to throw a wrench into the prep basketball season last week with about 8 to 10 inches of snow, but teams across the region plowed ahead and scrambled to reschedule games. Teams in the smaller classifications, they're working feverishly to get their regular season games in, with their district tournaments set to start next week, followed by regionals the following week, while the schools in Class 6A and 5A are using this week to get back on track for the second half of their league schedules. They will start this week's show with a Monday night mashup of crosstown rivals as Springdale hosted Harbor in a 6A West clash of teams fighting for a high seeding in the conference. Now, the first time these two teams met, Harbor's Miles Rofe hit a shot at the buzzer to give the Wildcats the win. Well, on Monday night, the tables were turned, but it took 2 overtime periods to declare a winner. Springdale's Isaiah Seeley drove the lane and hit a soft shot at the buzzer as the Bulldogs won their 4th straight game with a 60-58 win in overtime, securing their hold on to second place in the 6A West. Now, twice Springdale had chances to win the game, both at the end of regulation and at the end of the first overtime, but came up empty. So given a third chance, Seeley delivered to cap a stellar night where he scored 25 points. Now, on Tuesday night, Bentonville and Bentonville West each secured wins to stay in the hunt also for a high seed. For Bentonville, Jalen Lee scored 21 points in the Tigers' 80-63 win against Heritage. And for West, Riley Bacino hit a clutch free throw late, and he scored 18 points as the Wolverines topped Rogers 54-50. For the Fort Smith Southside game at league-leading Fayetteville on Tuesday night was postponed because of the huge crowd expected for the Auburn at Arkansas game, and that game was rescheduled for Wednesday night. And also on Wednesday night, Springdale was set to host Rogers in a makeup game. Then those two teams will go at it again Friday night in a regularly scheduled game. Now, in 6A girls action on Tuesday, Rogers claimed a big 48-43 win against Bentonville West as Aubrey Treadwell scored 14 points and hit a pair of big fourth-quarter three-pointers for the Lady Mounties. Rogers coach Preston Early spoke with our Henry Apple following the big win.
A very clutch fourth quarter and a much-needed win for your girls tonight.
Yep, it really was. I'm so proud of our players. I thought we just played with a lot of guts, a lot of heart. Really, you know, we're unfazed after that initial 9-0 run. I thought we really stabilized it, and really, you know, even in the first half, we got great looks. We shot 22% in the first half. So, you know, but we're competing well. I thought we were playing hard, and then I can't say enough about their strength of character, their poise down the stretch. You know, Aubrey hits a step back three behind a ball screen. Brooklyn Owens shows up, gives us big minutes on offense and defense. You know, I feel like Abel was just rock solid. Kid stuffed his nails as a point guard. Abby, 13 rebounds tonight, you know, and it was a group effort. We needed it at every position. West puts a lot of stress on your defense because they can score it at multiple spots. And I just thought our guys answered the challenge, and I just couldn't be prouder of them. That's a clutch road win.
Now, the Rogers win helped the Lady Mounties stay in the hunt for a top seed in the 6A West at 5-3, where there is a logjam of teams with 3 losses. Now, photos like the ones seen in today's show can be seen and purchased on our website at nwaonline.com/photo. So be sure and check those out online or in the digital edition of the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. If you'd like to see more photos like these from our award-winning photographers, they're featured in the digital edition every day for subscribers to the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Now, also on Tuesday night, the Bentonville Lady Tigers were looking to avenge a loss to Rogers Heritage earlier this season, and Ella Campbell made sure of that as she delivered 7 three-pointers for the Lady Tigers in their win. As a team, Bentonville hit 12 three-pointers, and they rolled to a 64-43 win to move to 6-3 in conference play. Again, another one of those teams with 3 losses in the 6A West. Now, also going back to Monday, Springdale Harbor moved to 8-0 in the conference with a win against Springdale. So looking at the conference race on the girls' side, there are now, again, 3 teams with 3 losses in what promises to be a dogfight to the end in this conference. Now, the action wasn't just reserved for the 6A West this week. In the 5A West, Greenwood's Aiden Kenner, he swished a shot at the buzzer to lift the Bulldogs past Van Buren 43-41 in the 5A West, while the Greenwood girls routed Van Buren 52-19 to remain in firm control of the conference race. Now, you can get even more prep sports news on teams from the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with our weekly Prep Rally podcast and our River Valley Report. Now, those can be heard on SoundCloud, Apple, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher. Now, the Prep Rally podcast, it drops every Wednesday throughout the school year. The video shows, you can see those on Friday. It's on our YouTube channel, so be sure and subscribe to those. Now, the winter weather did throw the dual state boys wrestling tournament into a headlock Saturday, but the meet was adjusted, and it was moved to Rogers Heritage for the 6A on Tuesday, and the War Eagles earned the 6A State Dual Wrestling Championship over Cabot. Now, the wrestling season will culminate February the 18th and 19th with the state tournament at the Jack Stevens Center in Little Rock on the campus of the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. So before we leave, we also need to mention that the start of spring sports are just a couple weeks away, as soccer, softball, baseball, and track seasons will start the final week of February. And of course, we'll have full coverage of spring sports throughout the end of the school year in the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. That's it for this edition of Prep Rally. Thanks for watching.